of the United States Senate, a friend of ours for every single event, every single swearing in, everything that can be present in the state of New York, the wonderful champion of New Yorkers and our democracy, Senator Chuck Schumer.
Thank you, everybody. And first, let's hear it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's keep standing and let's have a round of applause for our great new Congressman, George Latimer. Just to show you, he is still that great, humble George Latimer we've always known. I was driving here on Playland Parkway. We stopped to use the restroom at the Sunoco about a half mile down the road. And who got out of his little car and pumped his own gas into the car? George Latimer. So this is a great day. This is a wonderful district, this great 16th district with so many different communities. Yesterday I was with George at Co-op City in the Bronx, one of the densest housing communities in the country. We got them a lot of money a few years ago to save their mortgage from going out of control. And then here we are in Rye, which is the best sort of bucolic and suburban living anywhere in New York and the country. So this is a great diverse district. But before I sing George's praises, raise your hand if you knocked on doors, made phone calls, raised money, and helped make this day special for George. You are democracy in action. Congratulations. Now, today is a great day, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a great day for a bunch of reasons. I'm going to touch on 4. First, it's a great day for George. Today's very much a homecoming for George's root, because George's roots in Rye run deep. He ran and won his first race for office here when he ran for city council in 1987. Before that, he was born and raised in Mount Vernon, Mayor, your community. George's father, he was no fancy pants, that's for sure. His father was a maintenance worker at a country club. His mother, a factory worker. 2 hard-working, blue-collar parents doing what they could to give their son the best this country had to offer. He attended Mount Vernon School before going to Fordham, undergraduate studies, and then NYU for his master's. He went into the private sector, but his desire to help his community always burned deeply, very deeply. It kept nagging at him. He knew in his heart he had to give something to people. He had the spirit to serve. So he threw his hat into the ring and ran for Rye City Council, and boy, has he ever risen the ranks ever since. He went on to the county legislature, then to the state assembly, to the state senate, to county executive, and now a member of Congress. Years ago, when George ran for county executive against an extremely well-funded and entrenched incumbent, they asked him, what makes you think you can win? And you know what he said? Well, I haven't lost a race yet. And you know what his nickname was? Anyone remember when he ran for office? The Lawn Ranger. Because he would walk door to door and talk to voters. And wouldn't you know it, he hasn't lost a race since. He never takes a vote for granted. His commitment to his communities is so deep and strong. He was able to bring Westchester's low bond rating up to the highest recognition, highest level recognized by S&P. And that was just announced the other day, the only county in the state to receive this. And did he cut services to do it? No. He invested in schools, in parks, in housing. He did it by doing more. That's who he is. There are some who are born into wealth and status. Sometimes people pluck people out and put them in office. Not him. As we say in Brooklyn, George got here the old-fashioned way. He earned it. So today's a great day for George. It's a great day for his family. You know, our families always have our backs and put up with us in public life. I remember it was my daughter's 5-year-old birthday party, And a local pastor of a local church called me up and he said there are hundreds of people lined up outside to see an Easter pageant. It was a cold March night. He said, the Con Ed man has locked us out. Get over here. Go talk to him. Get us in the church. I went over. It took me 2 hours. Con Ed man opened up the church. The people saw their Easter pageant. But I missed my daughter's 5-year-old birthday party. She's 34. She reminds me of it every month. Our families also have our backs. One day I was talking to somebody I sort of vaguely recognized him. My wife was pulling on my suit jacket. I said, what are you doing, dear? I'm talking to the man. She said, don't you recognize him? He insulted you 15 years ago. It's a great day for Georgia's family. It's a great day for this great 16th district. As I said, it's very diverse. And it's so important to be represented by someone like the Lone Ranger. As Westchester County Executive, he visits every place he represented, from Yorktown to Yonkers, from Mount Vernon to Mamaroneck, Bronxville to Bedford and beyond. He's visited all of the towns. And so people got to know him at Dory's on Tuesday, over coffee at the City Limits Diner, enjoying a Big Mac at the Mamaroneck McDonald's. He was always there, always down to earth. But I know how good he was. We worked on so many local issues. New Rochelle, in the Lincoln Avenue neighborhood, I heard from residents how the 6-lane Memorial Highway, divided the community. George and I worked together. We brought $16 million to convert the highway into a walkway. In Mount Vernon, we learned the sewage crisis. 70,000 people, we worked together. The feds got $3 million. Working with George, we got $3 million to Mount Vernon. In Mamaroneck, I saw the devastating impact of bad flooding. After Ida, we went there together. George and I visited the stores, saw everything. I saw a man who owned a little hardware store, and I had dated his daughter a long time before. I remember that. Didn't work out, but I found someone else. But we got all of this money for funding and design and construction of the Mamaroneck and Sheldrake rivers. The flood risk management project helped people. We worked on overhauling the radio system, funded by some federal money I was able to get. Our police, fire, and EMS now have interconnectability. There's so many things. Long Island Sound fixing it, so many things. And all the time that I was able to bring money here to this district, I knew it was in great hands, because he would spend it the right way, not waste the dollars, and make sure the projects got done on time. So it's not only a great day for George and his family, it's a great day for the 16th Congressional District. And finally, folks, it's a great day for America. It's an amazing thing, this democracy. We all patiently line up on November cold nights. Maybe you got off the metro. Maybe you drove over. And we wait our turn. We do our duty. People want to go home, watch their favorite TV show, put dinner on the table for kids, but no, we do our duty every year. And then, until recently at least, we always abided by the results. It's an amazing thing, this democracy, but it didn't have to be that way. And the story I'll conclude with is a story about Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was sitting outside the Constitution Hall in what they then called a coffee house. Now we call it a Starbucks. And one of the leading matrons of Philadelphia came over to him and she said, Dr. Franklin, what have you gentlemen created in there, pointing to Constitution Hall? He said, Madam, he rifled back at her, we have created a republic, if you can keep it. Now what did the founding fathers mean by that? What were they worried about? There are a lot of things wrong with the country. In fact, you had to be a white, male, Protestant property owner to vote. Raise your hands if you could have voted back then. There are 2 or 3 here. But what were the 2 things the founding fathers were most worried about? First, they worried who would participate in this new thing they were creating, a democracy. They knew human nature. They knew we were all busy with our families, our jobs, the vicissitudes of life that God visits on every one of us. Would people even participate? And then they worried about who would run for office. They worried that the people would put them forward would care about, would run for office to make money, or lord themselves over other people, or have power, not represent the community. They called them in those days scoundrels. We call them that today too. Well, let's look at this auditorium on this cold Sunday afternoon. It is filled with people of all different walks of life. People who have worked hard for this community, whether it's in neighborhood organizations, or they're in church, or their synagogue, whether it's in a veterans organization, or an organization that helps people. Oh, are the people participating in this democracy? You bet they are. And second, who have we put in office? Certainly not a scoundrel. Certainly not someone who we would say in some of the neighborhoods, not even someone Metz-a-Metz. You know what that means, George. We have put in one of our very best. So it's a great day. It's a great day for George, it's a great day for his family, it's a great day for the 16th district, and it's a great day for the United States of America. Let's fight for peace and democracy. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.